Paratrechina longicornis, commonly known as crazy ants. They're lightning fast and can conduct electricity, which makes them useful to fry out enemy electronics.
Well, you're not so crazy. Hey! You're cute.
In 2015, the MCU took a satisfyingly modest turn from its typical roster of billionaires, Norse gods, and unstable science experiments by bringing on board just a normal dad who so happens to be an ex-con. Of course, I'm talking about the sly and quick-witted Ant-Man. Led by the fervent performance of Paul Rudd, Ant-Man has since delighted audiences with its down-to-earth nature and quirky humor that gave the MCU a refreshing, relatable touch while keeping its signature heroic spirit.
Oh, hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. I was the guy that got really big. I had a mask on.
And that's not to say that Ant-Man doesn't kick some giant butt in the process. Action-packed and filled with some of the most creative fight sequences on screen, Ant-Man has managed to strike that perfect note between humor and excitement that keeps us coming back for more. That's why today we wanted to look at some of the best Ant-Man moments, not only through the series, but throughout the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. So in case you haven't gone subatomic yet, this is your official spoiler warning for all things Ant-Man throughout the MCU.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope you're ready to get small, like really, really small, as we count down our list of the best Ant-Man moments. Number 10, Ant-Man and the Wasp versus Ghost. Hank Pym and his daughter Hope have kidnapped Scott Lang from house arrest. Together, the three hope to build a quantum tunnel to reach Hank's wife Janet, who is stuck in the quantum realm. They turn to shady black market dealer Sonny Birch for a critical part needed to build the tunnel. However, seeing an opportunity to profit from Pym's research, Birch double-crosses the group, forcing Hope to spring into action as the Wasp. After fighting off Birch's henchmen and seemingly in the clear, a mysterious masked woman known only as Ghost appears on the scene and confronts the Wasp. Desperate to help, Scott Lang suits up as Ant-Man and teams up with the Wasp for the first time.
Dad, are you seeing this?
Hope, get out of there! I gotta do something. Wait!
It's still a work in progress.
You taught me that kick, remember?
Yeah, great form.
Those were the days. Whatever happened to us?
Not the time, Scott. Damn it, where'd it go?
Number 9, Ant-Man versus Falcon, Ant-Man. In the final phase of his training to become Ant-Man, Scott Lang is directed by Hank Pym and daughter Hope to infiltrate an old Stark warehouse and steal a piece of technology created by Pym in his younger years. However, when Lang arrives on the scene, he discovers what was supposed to be an old warehouse is actually the headquarters for the Avengers. Undeterred, Lang continues the mission, but is interrupted by the Falcon, who is also on the scene. After exchanging a few words in typical Ant-Man fashion, Falcon tries to detain Lang, but has to brace for a fight instead.
Located the breach, bringing him in.
Sorry about this.
What the hell are you doing?
Breach is an adult male who has some sort of shrinking tech.
Sorry. Look, I'm sorry about this. Sorry.
That's enough!
8, skating on cars, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Hank Pym is entering the quantum realm while Scott and Hope protect the shrunken-down lab during his mission. Hot on their tail, however, and searching for the lab is both Birch and the Ghost. Now, Birch's henchmen track down Scott, Hope, and Luis, who take Birch and Ghost on a chase through the streets of San Francisco. As the mini-laboratory gets juggled around during the pursuit, Birch manages to grab it and drives off. Scott's malfunctioning shrink suit offers a bit of luck, however, when it turns him giant, giving Scott the opportunity to catch up to Birch using the trucks and cars of San Francisco as skates.
Not again! Piece of junk! Yes!
Go!
Birch got the lab. I'm going after him.
No. Work in progress, my ass.
Number 7, stuck in the quantum realm, Ant-Man and the Wasp. In one of the most iconic, if not most iconic mid-credit scene in the entire MCU, we find Scott, Hope, Hank, and recently saved Janet around Luis's van that has been modified as a quantum tunnel portal. They're preparing to send Scott to go subatomic and enter into the quantum realm to obtain some healing particles. After a few precautions from Janet, they send Scott in, and everything seems to be going to plan. That is until Scott loses communication with them. Following Thanos' unforgettable snap in Avengers Infinity War that runs parallel to the events in Ant-Man and the Wasp, we see Hope, Hank, and Janet evaporated into dust, leaving Scott helplessly floating alone in the quantum realm with no means of escape.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Scott, this is a mic check.
Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2. How's everybody doing tonight in the quantum realm?
Scott, we read you.
I just want to make sure. Okay. Healing particle secured for our new ghost friend.
Great. Preparing for re-entry in 5, 4, 3.
Hello? Ha ha, very funny. Hank, quit screwing around. You told me yourself not to screw around. Hank! Hope? Janet! Guys. Okay, seriously, don't joke around. Bring me up, let's go.
Number 6, child size, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Scott, Hope, and Hank are on the hunt for the shrunken Prim laboratories that was stolen by Ava, aka Ghost. After Hank explains that if they had a shrink suit, they could track down the location of the lab, Scott reveals that he never actually destroyed his old suit. He has hid it in a, quote, safe place, safe being the bottom of a trophy which he discovers his daughter Cassie is taken to school for show and tell. Scott and Hope must break into Cassie's school to recover the old suit, but with Scott's new shrink suit still malfunctioning, it leads to some hilariously juvenile consequences.
Hey, where's your hall pass? Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey! Hey. Yeah.
You can do it. You almost got it.
Number 5, train fight, Ant-Man. Darren Cross, aka Yellow Jacket, has captured Scott, Hope, and Hank and is threatening to sell his Yellow Jacket suit as well as Hank's shrink technology to Hydra. Although they managed to escape, Cross has found Scott's daughter Cassie and has taken her hostage to try to lure Scott into another fight. With some quick thinking, Scott shrinks both himself and Cross as they land in the middle of Cassie's toy playset. In this epic final encounter between Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket, a children's toy train set turns into a battleground for a dramatic and nail-biting confrontation.
There you are.
Daddy, is that you?
Hi, Peanut. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Now, where'd you go, little guy? There you are.
Not just me.
Number 4, the first shrink, Ant-Man. Scott Lang is down on his luck. Recently released from prison and unable to find work because of his criminal record, Scott struggles to find means to pay for child support for his daughter, Cassie. Desperate for some quick cash, he agrees to join his friend Luis's crew on a burglary job. Little does Scott know that he's actually breaking into the house of Hank Pym, the founder of Pym Technologies, and their legendary shrink suit. Scott steals the suit from the safe and takes it home. Thinking it's just an old motorcycle suit, Scott tries it on, but to his dismay, accidentally triggers the suit's super abilities.
I wonder, what is this?
Sure seems different from down here, doesn't it, Scott?
What? Who said that?
It's a trial by fire, Scott. Or in this case, water.
Number 3, the time heist plot, Avengers Endgame. Following the events of Avengers Infinity War, Scott Lang finally manages to escape the quantum realm and finds Hope, Hank, and Janet have disappeared along with half of life in the universe. Scott makes his way to the Avengers compound to find help and learns that although he's been trapped in the quantum realm for what felt like 5 hours, he has really been trapped for 5 years. This springs the idea of using shrink technology and the quantum realm for time travel to try to undo the decimation caused by Thanos. With the help of Banner, Stark, and the remaining Avengers, they ready themselves to use Scott's shrink technology for a time heist plot in a last-ditch effort to bring back those they have lost.
Get them back. 1 round trip each. No mistakes. No do-overs. Most of us are going somewhere we know. That doesn't mean we should know what to expect. Be careful. Look out for each other. This is the fight of our lives. And we're gonna win. Whatever it takes. Good luck.
He's pretty good at that.
Right?
All right, you heard the man. Stroke those keys, Jolly Green.
Tractor's engaged.
You promised to bring that back in one piece, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my best.
As promises go, that was pretty lame.
See you in a minute.
briefcase fight Ant-Man. Scott, along with Hank and Hope, have been captured by Darren Cross while attempting to steal his Yellow Jacket shrink suit at its unveiling at PIM Technologies. Scott manages to force an escape and destroy the laboratory, but Hank is hurt in the process. Cross gets away with the suit, but Scott is able to stop him in a helicopter that is fleeing the scene. However, Cross is able to get the suit on, leading to the first fight between Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. With the two pilots of the helicopter incapacitated, the two begin free falling from the sky. Within moments, they both shrink down into a briefcase, also in free fall, and start hashing it out, dodging the now massive objects within the briefcase, before eventually falling into a pool.
You gotta set her down somewhere! I'm gonna disintegrate you!
And before we reveal number one, here are some honorable mentions. Louise on Truth Serum, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Scott and his crew are in hiding from Sonny Birch, who is trying to steal PIM Laboratories from them. In hope of tracking them down, Birch has captured Scott's longtime friend and roommate, Luis, and has injected him with Truth Serum. In maybe one of the most hilarious sequences in the MCU, Luis holds nothing back and retells the entire journey of his friendship with Ant-Man, as well as a few secrets he's been holding himself.
You know what? You're right. This isn't Truth Serum, because I don't feel anything. That was a lie. I do feel something. This is Truth Serum.
There's no such thing.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna make this real easy for you, Luis.
Okay.
Where is Scott Lang?
Oh, see, that's complicated. Because when I first met Scotty, he was in a bad place. And I'm not talking about Cell Block D. His wife had just filed for divorce. And I was like, damn, homie, she dumped you when you're on lockup? And he was like, yeah, I know, I thought I was gonna be with her forever. But now I'm all alone. And I was like, damn, homie, you know what? You gotta chin up, because you'll find a new partner. But you know what? I'm Luis. And he says, you know what? I'm Scotty, and we're gonna be best friends.
Okay, hold on. I like a good story as much as the next person, but what in the hell does this have to do with where Scott Lang is?
I'm getting there.
You put a dime in him, you gotta let the whole song play out.
He'd like human jukebox.
Oh, my abuelita had a jukebox for the rest.
That's America's ass. Avengers Endgame. Ant-Man has returned to 2012 with Iron Man and Captain America right after they have defeated Loki and saved New York City. They watch their past selves from a distance as they try and form a plan to steal the Space Stone from, well, themselves. Tony mocks Captain America's suit in his usual fashion, but that's before Ant-Man comes to his defense and offers one of the most historic lines in the entire series.
If it's all the same to you, I'll have that drink now.
All right, get him on his feet. And I'll stand around posing up a storm later. By the way, feel free to clean up.
Ugh, Mr. Rogers, I almost forgot that suit did nothing for your ass.
No one asked you to look, Tony.
It's ridiculous.
I think you look great, Cap. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass.
Who gets the magic wand?
Strike team's coming to secure it. Oop. All right, you're up, little buddy. There's our stone.
All right. Flick me.
And finally, number one, Giant Man, Captain America, Civil War. The Avengers are at war with each other following the passing of the Sokovia Accords that looks to limit the Avengers' autonomy. Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is in favor of the Accords, believing he and his team need a shorter leash, whereas Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, trusts his own better judgment above all else. Now, following a bombing of a United Nations conference in Vienna, Captain America goes rogue in hope to catch the real person responsible for the bombing. He assembles a team that includes the likes of the Winter Soldier, Falcon, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and of course, the one and only Ant-Man. We see Ant-Man finally rise up to fight at the League of Avengers and take on Iron Man and his team of Avengers in a truly unforgettable, massive fashion.
Okay, tiny dude is big now. He's big now.
I guess that's the signal.
Way to go, Tic Tac!
Give me back my roadie.
I got him!
Anybody on our side hiding any shocking and fantastic abilities they'd like to disclose? I'm open to suggestions.
Want to get to them? You gotta go through me.
Well, my friends, that about does it for us. Be sure to stay tuned to the Rotten Tomatoes channel for more of the entertainment content you love. Until next time, I am your host, Naz Perez, and we'll see you back here for more Top 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes Countdown.